Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the back, the UMass Minutemen, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Gamecocks offense takes the field. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big thumb? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
That's caught. It's Harbor. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, running back on the move.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
To the air, it's Harrell. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The play-action fake. Wiggles free. Here's a heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Takes the handoff. It's Allen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And they squelched that play so fast. Can you even still call it a sweep?
You can sweep that play under the rug and not run it again because it was very unsuccessful.
On third down, he drops to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in fourth and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our fourth down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
On fourth down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Harold. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive, they dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They go to the ground. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Allen. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man, it's Allen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First play of the period will be a second down. Handoff from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Going to try to get it himself. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Gamecocks get enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
From the gun. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
The Gamecocks need to pick it up on 4th down. Sends it back in motion. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about this running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk for just a second about UMass. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And you see crowds and fans get upset all the time with those kind of play calls. Like running the ball 3rd and long, what are we doing? We're not going to get the first. Oh, you're trying to trick them, and it's a frustrating call. And the fact that it went even backwards is even more frustrating. This offense did not have a good possession.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Buys a little time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, South Carolina. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in there because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UMass offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passes. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
The play-action fake. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. UMass will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The short hands, it's Allen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Puts it out of the air. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He wants to throw it again. A shot toward the end zone.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Floating away. Pulls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, set him up for it.
defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wide open downfield. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, UMass! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the 2nd half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The UMass offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On 1st down from their own 22. To the air, it's Harold. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now... Fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Gamecocks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got an open man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Maybe a little long for a field goal. Definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense covering it up and not letting... Get it back. It's a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass, make the QB take off, and then get a stick on him, play physical, got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Harold. Throws for the tight end. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. UMass will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eating.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
On the run, deep down the right side. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream.
Oh, he's got some space. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Quarterback extends the play. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
He'll bring it out. It's Elliott. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. The offense has it first and 10 from the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Looking left. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Minutemen were penned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, the sweet feet. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Defense wants to bring the heat. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the wideout. Breaking out the jet sweep. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if...
Touchdown, UMass! Great job by the back on the option.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got a man. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Dropping back, it's Harrell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end now in motion. He might want another play. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Off play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And third and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big third down stop.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
It's complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Got his man quickly. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Harrell. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the flow and get it down to 44.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big leads, and you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Under fire. Takes his shot. Grabbed over the middle. It's good. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it go to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Hold and fire complete.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship.